averages, they're going to be great. So yes, I am going to drag this out and create a mental moment that they will never forget. So then I go into contingency. If the law of averages works, one out of every 10 people will be positive if you are positive, right? So I don't just say, so 1 out of every 10 people will be positive if you'll be positive, right? Now, when I'm writing this, I write everything small, but I make a big if. Everything else is small letters, but that if is big. That's the biggest part of the whole law of averages is 1 out of every 10 people will be positive if. So when I'm teaching that, I'm having them say it. So they'll be like, all right, so yeah, I get it. So 1 out of every 10 people will be positive if you make a... No. What is you doing? No. I'm going to do it again. 1 out of every 10 positive people will be positive if... And now they do that shit. What are they saying? Now they say, I get, okay. 1 out of every 10 positive people will be positive if, and then they stress on that if. That's something that's not on their notes. Volume cannot be put on notes. And that emphasis, that energy can't be put on notes. Right? So that's just an example of what I mean when I say create a moment as opposed to relying on a book full of good-ass notes. All right. I got 2 more. 2 more is one, when I'm training, I draw pictures. I draw really cool stick figures. Like really cool stick figures. And it's really bad. It's not like very nice, but there's always humor within the pictures that I draw. And from what I've learned through training is that pictures and people create it's something within the person that's learning. When you draw a person, although it's a stick figure, it's going to hit a little bit different because now they're able to relate to it a little bit different. As opposed to just putting words, you draw a little stick figure or even a smiley face on there, you're going to see, you won't see it, but you'll feel the impact of drawing it. They're going to think it's fun, and sometimes if I have a girl with a bun, I'm putting a bun on the stick figure. She got her hair laid down like Asani. I'm drawing, the hair like that. They got glasses like Ed. I'm throwing glasses. I'm looking back at them like I'm an artist or something, and I'm trying to draw them. Boom. And so you draw those, draw pictures that really makes an impactful training. And also, along with drawing pictures, you want to use really good and bad stories. Real stories that are in your office. The good ones you want to use by saying a name. Like, for example, when I'm talking about rebuilding and being able to do this thing is so simple. You can start from the bottom, get to the top, then something happens. So I'm using Ketura. Boom. They don't even know that Ketura ain't here. I just did a leaders meeting on this. I love the fact of leadership because I know that most people do stay in this business because of me, but in most cases, it's not because of me. It's because of the people that I love and that I utilize. I'm like an alchemist. If we read the book Alchemist, I could create my own situation. So I'm doing a good story with either someone in my office that they're in orientation. So whoever I say, they're going to be anticipating to meet that person. Now, the good thing when you're using someone outside of your office, and you're doing this intentionally and strategically, it's not just doing it. You got to do it with the end goal in mind. So if I'm doing it in my office, yeah, they're excited. They're like, oh, who's this? I wonder who did. Now they're listening for that name when they go back out. But then with someone that's not in my office, like let's say Ketura, guess what they're anticipating? They're anticipating the next event. Right? They're anticipating. Now I got a little bit of retainment sprinkled in there because now what are they I keep talking about the same shit. Now Ketura is like big. Asani's big. Shaggy's big. Sabrina's big. Steph is big. Sabrina's big. Parrots is big. Ace is big. Tyrone is big. Right? Now they're anticipating. Like, damn, I got this. I can't quit yet. Because I didn't meet. I'm going to hold on to it just until I get to this conference. Because what they say is you judge your business, babe. You can judge the growth of your business from event to event. So I just want them to get there. So I'm going to use whatever I can, and that's a tactic that you use. Use it for people in your office. You also use it for people not in your office, right? And then for the bad, you also want to use bad examples as well. When you're using bad, you don't necessarily want to use names, but you do want to give examples. Like if I'm going over compliance, I'm talking about I've seen people get fired because of doing fraud. So these 4 compliance principles, I need you guys to get this. We have too much freedom in our industry. But these 4 things, we have to. They said we have to follow these 4. And I know this person, no matter how many people I teach in orientation, somebody's going to get fired. But you don't want it to be you. So give a bad example too. So now they're, again, anticipating to strictly attend and adhere to these 4 compliance principles. All right. So it's 9:26, right? I'm gonna wrap it up here. So what did we do? We talked about, I showed you guys print, signature, nothing wrong with just copying, right? But bringing your own flavor to it, right? I also spoke about, what else I speak? I spoke about the keys. The main thing is that I know the end result the night before I start. I talked about preparation, the importance of practice, bringing the energy that you want in the room. Don't gel with the energy in the room. I talked about being proactive in your preparation to possible questions and ideas or concepts that they may have. I talked about creating moments as opposed to relying on them having notes, like some good notes. Talked about the impact of drawing pictures, using stick figures. Talked about using real and bad stories that are in your office, also company-wide. And again, subliminally in the beginning, I did start it off with record this shit. That was the bonus that I had. Is just like every once in a while, let them know, like, yo, y'all better record this. Matter of fact, yo, sometimes I'll give somebody the phone, like, yo, here, record this real quick. Make it like a thing, and they know. And sometimes when the agents are doing their workshops or a sales impact, they'll be like, yo, this about to be fire. This about, yo, and they'll say it because now we're anticipating, and you gotta deliver. If you say that shit, you gotta deliver, and it's gotta at least have some impact. You gotta have some substance to it, so that you're not just saying, don't say it and you're gonna wing that shit. You know what I mean? You might as well say, yo, I'm about to wing this shit, y'all. I'm about to wing it. Nah, but if you really prepared, you practice, do all those things, every once in a while, let them know. Give them some anticipation and put yourself on a little bit of pressure as well to actually deliver a good message. So, yeah, that's it. That's my, hope y'all got something. Let's get it.